Hello, Assalamu alaikum. What if humans never died? And what's the every single persons who ever walked the earth was still alive today? From the very first human species, you and me, it sounds like a science fiction, but today we are going to imagine this is the wild reality step by step, and we saw the experiments, you will realize why that isn't the enemy, it's the balance that saves us. La- the beginning of the human's life, let's go back 2.5 million years ago, the earliest non-human species, Homo habilis. Scientists estimate they were only about the 10,000 individual. At that time, if they had survived and they kept reproducing, just one generations of offsprings. Say the four children per couple would have brought their total around the 30,000s. Then came Homo erectus around the 2 million years ago. They also started within the 10,000s like a habilis. They had offsprings to around the 2 lakh, like a 20,000s. Also, these are the habilis were still alive and they reproduce now. The habilis estimates 60,000 populations if we combined. Next came the Homo heidelbergensis around the 60,000 years ago. Started from the 10,000s and 20,000 offsprings, their total records. The 30,000s also these are. The meanwhile the habilis and erectus were still multiplying. Our populations were also exploding from a new thousands and 400,000 years ago. After that came to the famous Netherlands. They around this 400,000 years also ago. The estimate population was about the 7,000s. With the reproduce, they quickly grow to the 210,000s. Meanwhile, all species are reproducing, just species are combined, give us the over millions livings. Humans will all alive and continuing to the birth, none ever dying. Now the Homo sapiens and billions, they came as Homo sapiens around the 300,000 years ago, and here where the it gets the ultimate and unavailables lived every corners. The scientist estimates that the over 120 billion Homo species have been born over the origins. If no one ever died and all were alive still already to be over the 120 billion peoples. Doesn't sound sensational because every person continue reproducing. It's just the next 100 years with four generations and only two children per person's number could grow and 4.8 trillion people just in 1 years. And if we combine for the 100 years also, we add the people's estimates the population 78 trillions. It is a dream, it happens on the reality, and no one ever dies. The impact, food would run out even with the advanced farming. The earth cannot feed trillions of peoples. The water would vanish, river underground, and supplies would dry up. The forest would be destroyed. We cut them all to make space and food losing and oxygen resources vanished. City would turn into the villages, and also there is the waste would choke the planet's mountains of the plastics and sewage everywhere. Global warming would explode, the climate would collapse due to the overuse of energy, and diseases would also spread, and the faster crowds are perfect homes for the deadly virus. Animals would go extinct, would take over the every inch of the land. War would never stop. People would fight for the foods, water, land, everything. The last earth would collapse and the metaphoric like to the physicals, and we would need thousands of the earth hold all these peoples. Thanks, I hope you will understand well, because in the classroom you cannot understand, so that's why I need to make this video for you, especially for my classmates.